Check, 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 check. See how I want my microphone. I got no turntables and one microphone. Where it's at. It's going to be a good day.
Welcome to the Buckhorn podcast. I'm Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
What is happening, my dudes? I'm actually beat. That was kind of the perfect intro. I've been in some form of vehicle for the last 4 days, all day, every day.
I have been drinking since Friday.
You liar.
I'm dead serious.
I thought you said you weren't because it was so hot. Oh, you said you weren't drinking bourbon.
When I haven't been drinking bourbon.
Oh. Yeah, Friday I had a decent day. Hung out with some buddies at the Governor's Cigar Lounge in Westerville in the evening. That was relaxing.
Stop. Welcome to the Buckhorn podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
What is up? I'm still exhausted, but we're more enthusiastic about it this time.
We got to go get the show started as normal.
As normal as possible.
As normal as possible.
I'm doing good. I've been traveling a lot the last few days.
Awesome.
But I'm doing good, yeah. Saturday was the big Springfield car show and swap meet.
Yeah?
And while I was at work Friday, Dad went out himself. Guy was interested in a 76 Ford he has. All original, 40,000 miles, beautiful truck. Lowballed him. Then at the end of the day, came back and offered him $3,000 more. So Dad said, well, let's go out Saturday, because he paid for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So me and my brother go get my old truck, which I haven't driven since I got the new job, because they paid for my, gave me a vehicle and gas card. I go fill it up, get a call from Mom, because we were supposed to meet Dad at this crossroads at 56, said, come back home. So I told Kev, I was like, well, either the dude called and said, I'll pay you what you want for it, or it's not running. So Dad's mint condition 76 that he's never had a problem with, the day he goes to take it to possibly sell it, the starter goes out.
Oh.
Find the only starter in town, buy it, put it on, doesn't work. So we go back into town, get a starter solenoid, put it on, doesn't work. We swap the cable to the starter from the solenoid, doesn't work. Find out the brand new starter we got is bad. So it's like this whole ordeal. Instead of leaving at 9 in the morning, we leave about 2, get out to Springfield. We're there about 40 minutes, and it just starts pouring. So we just went back home. And then...
Exciting.
Yeah, that was Saturday. Then Sunday was church. I started there at 7:30 in the morning because I had to play, and then went to Kentucky with my grandparents and some family members to visit some graves. And then today I was down in Adams County, Ohio, visiting other graves for Memorial Day, and then I rushed here. So, yeah.
You didn't have to rush.
Well, I set the cruise because I don't want a speeding ticket, so I wasn't rushing, but I just literally got back to Mom and Dad's, jumped in my vehicle, and straight here.
Yeah.
I've had a pretzel to eat today.
You didn't have to rush.
So,
you could have had some dinner and...
Yeah, I'm fat enough. I'll be good. I'll eat something real unhealthy when I get back home.
Not the way to do it.
No, not at all.
No, I have probably legitimately been drinking since Friday. We have been at my neighbor's pond Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, and then we're not there today.
But you could be.
No, I'm not going over.
Because you got to drink right here.
I've got this glass of whiskey, which I haven't had a glass of whiskey since our Common Sense show.
Whiskey with Kamiwaza. Common Sense with Kamiwaza.
It was good. That was a good show.
That was a real fun show.
I liked it. I enjoyed the ever-loving snot out of that show.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else did, but I listened to it on theirs and then on ours, even though it's the exact same thing.
Well, what's funny is I sent Aaron a message. I listened to the beginning of theirs because I listened to the show probably like 6 times, pulling clips.
Right, before
for different things. And Aaron and I didn't talk prior to
release.
Right.
Right.
He pulled the
Most guys
exact
don't.
same clip that
Did
I
he
pulled.
really?
If you listen to the beginning of ours and beginning of theirs, it's the exact same clip talking about the
Weasley
the wiggle
being in Pittsburgh and stuff.
being from Pittsburgh and tasting
Yeah.
like depression. It's the exact same clip.
I
He
thought
just
that was all
ends
planned.
it. No, he just ends it shorter than I do.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike, and so do you two. So what do we got here then?
So what we got here is some Old Forester 100. I picked up a sample bottle, which is just a small, like,
like a
350 millimeter bottle. It's been a while ago. My last trip down to Kentucky, I wanted to try it instead of buying the big bottle. It was, I don't know, $8 for just like a cheap, or not a cheap bottle, but a small bottle.
So probably a normal would be around the low 20s
It's probably,
for a normal fifth.
probably,
Okay.
yeah. But it's really good. It's 100 proof.
All right. Let's give her a sniffer and a taste here.
It's got a real caramel taste to it, like heavy on the caramel.
That's about all I smell.
Yeah,
The caramel whiskey on the nose aromas.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we'll give her a go. Give her a go, give her a ranking, and let everybody know our opinion, because that's why you're all here.
To hear all this stuff that we say and then turn the show off because you don't want to hear it anymore.
Now, we're not trying this neat.
No,
we're
this
trying
is
it on rocks. Or
on
one
rocks.
giant rock.
Big giant sphere. Little blue marble.
And this is 100 proof?
Yeah, it's 100 proof. I believe. I'd have to double check the bottle, but I think it's 100
I think
proof.
it is. That's really smooth.
It's really good.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's not bad. Especially if it's in the low to mid 20 range. It's got a very... It is heavy. I taste caramel more than anything else.
Yeah, it's a caramel bomb.
Very little burn.
No,
I'm not feeling burn at all.
maybe if you had it neat,
Yeah, neat,
there may
you
be
might
a
have
little bit more. But
We've
the
had it
water,
on this ice here for a few, so it's melted, and it's really smooth. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and rank this one a solid 3.5 donuts.
yeah, I give it an easy 3.
Yeah, I think it's really nice. Not bad at all for something you picked up just to try.
Yeah, now that I have another one down there, Kentucky Tavern. It is awful. I don't think we've ever given anything below a 2.5.
See, we need to review the bad too.
Well, I know, and
We're gonna have to do that sometime.
ooh, it is bad. It is
Is
real
it worse
bad.
than the Stillhouse moonshine in a gas can thing?
It's right there with.
Is it? Ugh.
Yeah, it's right there with it. But all right, so today's show we are talking about food again. We love
Finally.
food. We love food.
50 something episodes in, and we are hitting my wheelhouse.
We're back to food. So
Where it all began.
we're talking about places we like to eat.
Yeah, we're talking. It's summertime, right?
Yeah,
so
we're-
it's Memorial Day today as we record.
Right.
People are grilling out. Some people just do the cheapest burgers and dogs they can find. Some get the best steaks they can find, or chicken. Some people go to car shows and fish fries and different events around the state.
That's what
they
I
go on
did today.
cruises. Some of my buddies from Columbus recently went on a Hocking Hills cruise, and you get on the Hocking Hills, you got like Millstone Barbecue, which is one
Really
of my all-time
good.
favorites. If you're ever in the Hocking Hills, going to Old Man's Cave or whatever you yuppie city folks do, because you don't know the good places around the Hocking Hills, like us hill jacks do. But Millstone Barbecue is hands down one of the best places in Ohio to eat, I think.
It is, absolutely. It's right off 33.
Yeah,
right off
easy to
33
get to.
in Logan. You can get off at the Logan exit, the third Logan exit if you're heading down towards Hocking Hills, and make
Second.
a left. Is it second?
Yeah, I think it's second.
No,
Third
second.
93 takes you out to Old Man's Cave.
Okay. So, yeah. So
You'll see it. It's
You'll
on the
see
right
it.
side
It's
of the
right-
road if you're heading down.
you're going to make a right, and you make a right, and
You're there.
You're there.
And they smoke their brisket like overnight, and they have little corn muffins that are so good.
You squirt some barbecue sauce on those. Oh, my
so
God.
good. And they opened a new restaurant in that same lot now.
Right.
The Buffalo Bills, whatever.
Yeah, I haven't been ever. There's a brewery there, too.
And I haven't been to the brewery. The brewery doesn't serve food, I found out.
They don't. But you can
get
take
your
food
food
over.
and take it over. The Buffalo place is more of like a it's not just barbecue. It's more of like an upscale Applebee's, if that makes sense. It's that kind of menu items, but you can get real bison burgers, which I've had. They're phenomenal. So those two, Millstone's my number one down in that area. One of my favorite places.
I mean,
go.
Bob Evans does a really good job too.
Right.
They're right there at the same exit.
my uncle GW, we've had on here before, took his mom and grandma out for Mother's Day. So my aunt and uncle, they go out, take those two, so there's four of them. And his mom is something of a character. And she found out they were going to Olive Garden. And they got there, and she was complaining about how fancy it was. And said, oh, no, we can't eat here.
Olive Garden is the McDonald's of Italian food.
Hold on. I consider that below Fazoli's, and that's saying something. And she was talking about how fancy it was, and we can't eat here. Let's just go to Bob Evans. Let's go somewhere regular.
Wow.
So then she doesn't know what to order. She's looking at the menu. She goes, it's all so nice, and also I don't want pasta. And he said, why don't you want pasta? She said, well, I had macaroni and cheese earlier this week, so I don't want pasta again. Then proceeds, apparently, this is what I've been told, to get the fettuccine Alfredo and scarf it down the whole time talking about how she didn't want pasta. Then, now this is a woman that doesn't drink, right? Just hasn't her whole life. Tells him she wants to try a virgin pina colada. So they said, well, get it. If it's Mother's Day, get what you want. You want to try a virgin pina colada, fine. So they bring her one, she takes a drink. And says, this don't taste right. What do you mean? She goes, I don't like it. Well, don't drink it then. Then she takes another drink. She goes, something's wrong with this. And finally, GW goes, what's wrong? She goes, I think it's got alcohol. So he drinks it and goes, Mom, there's no alcohol in this. Well, it don't taste right. Well, she kept drinking until it was almost gone. And then finally, after she said something don't taste right umpteen times, either GW or Krista goes, have you ever had a pina colada before? And she goes, no, why? So she didn't even know what they tasted like anyway. So, yeah, Olive Garden is super fancy. No, Millstone's great. If you're down in Hocking Hills, if you're going down and getting a cabin this summer, it's right by Lake Logan, too.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful old style house, like a bed and breakfast you can stay on the lake. Beth and I stayed in. I forget the name of it. It's a Victorian style. But, yeah, that's fantastic. One of my favorite places to go. And then we recently found in Chillicothe, the Old Canal Smokehouse has amazing barbecue. Great brisket. And it's like 10, 15 minutes from my folks, and we'd never been there.
Really?
So that's another one. Yeah, it's really good. Real fair priced. Everything we had, everything everybody tried was incredible. I think my folks have already been back there twice since we went, and that was for Mother's Day, so not that long ago. But that's another good one.
Nice.
But yeah, now with this new job, I'm traveling. I'm trying to find more local spots when I'm out of town. We went to
Local spots when you're out of town.
Right. So they're local when I'm out of town. Yeah, we were up North Canton area, and we got suggested to go to this place called Whitey's. And we're told it's a motorcycle bar, but they got great food. Well, my boss used to ride. So he's like, wow, fine, let's go to this motorcycle bar and get some awesome food. And I looked them up online, and they said, like, world-famous chili. They make so many different kinds of chili and stuff. They ship it out. Like, everybody loves this chili. And we show up, and it's like this really nice building with 2 motorcycles in the parking lot, and everything else is just cars. So we went in, did have good food.
It's converted.
But the funny thing about Whitey's is they don't choose to tell you to after you eat that they don't accept card. Cash or check only. But they have an ATM, so I had to pay $2.95 to pay my bill. So,
that's horse shit.
Yeah, that was a bummer. Good food up there if you're ever in the Canton area, but take cash.
A lot of older places are like that. They haven't converted over yet.
Yeah, I just think it's a front.
It is.
I mean, there's nothing about not converting over when you're a bar that's got that many people and a full, like, 4 sand volleyball courts packed on, like, a Thursday night. There's no reason you shouldn't take card. None.
The mob.
Well, I'm not going to say that because I won't get in trouble.
I just said it.
Fantastic place.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the concierge, we called the hotel again. My boss said, where's somewhere we can go after dinner? And she sent us to some bar that was like all college kids and a bunch of hipsters.
Your favorite place.
And it was real awkward for me and 3 dudes older than me to walk into. So, yeah, that was weird.
Nice.
What are some of your favorite places when you're out and about?
Mine.
Like local spots.
Local when I'm out and about.
Local when you're not home.
one of the places we frequent, I don't really like it, but we frequent it, is Pink Cricket here in Lancaster. Usually on a Friday night. They have really good wings.
I like how you said you frequent it, but you don't like it.
Well, we go there because friends of ours go there after the gym on Friday.
Oh, okay.
I hate going there. They're always packed. Like,
I've heard it's like a great place to eat. I've never been.
It's a hole in the wall. Like, they need to keep it that way, but they're always busy on Friday. They're always packed when we get there right around 7 o'clock. It's always hard to get a table. Their barbecue wings are fantastic. It's always get wings and a salad. Their pizza.
You gotta be healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Salad takes away the wing calories.
Right. Because I just left
do
the gym too.
Right.
So everything counters the wings. But they've won awards for pizza, and we've talked about this before. Their pizza is garbage. And I don't understand how they've won awards for pizza. It's
Shout
not
out to
good.
Pink Cricket for your garbage award-winning pizza.
Right. Your pizza sucks.
I've never tried it. I'll have to get some in.
Get some. Just buy a small 7-inch. It's not good. Don't waste your money on anything larger than that.
7 inches small.
Well, that's a personal pizza.
Oh. You're always feeling good about myself.
No, it's not good. So Pink Cricket is one of the places we go. That's probably where I found the best wings so far in the area. Yeah. Like, there's Roosters.
I like Roosters.
I like Roosters.
Roosters is good for a chain. It's better than B-Dubs. I used to love B-Dubs and slam Roosters until I really tried Roosters and realized B-Dubs freezes their wings. Yeah. Roosters don't.
Well,
really tell.
For a chain, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But as far as overall, if you're going out to get wings and you're in this area of the armpit of Ohio, it's Pink Cricket's better. Pink Cricket's better than Roosters?
I went to. Well, I don't doubt that. I went to get a cheap pizza one night. It was late. Beth didn't want to cook, and she was like, "Just run through Little Caesars and get some hot and ready $5 garbage." You know what you're getting. You're spending $5. You're getting something that's been on that in that little warmer oven for anywhere from 5 to like 30 minutes or however long till they say they throw it out. And I was like, "What else do you guys have that's not pizza?" Like, just give me. And she said, "A lot of people really like our garlic butter wings or whatever." And I was like, I didn't even know Little Caesars had wings. I said, "Do you have some of those ready?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Throw them in there.
Hook a brother up."
So I get home, slammed on all those wings. I forget, it was like 8 or 10 or 12 wings. They really surprised me. Now, I'm not going to say they're great, but I did not expect that from Little Caesars crap pizzeria.
Right.
To have wings that I actually went, these aren't bad. But, yeah, some of my favorite local spots in Columbus, I've got several. Habaneros, I've mentioned so many times.
That they should be sponsoring us.
Oh, my gosh, dude. I don't even care.
When we were over there in Hilliard, I even managed not to go there.
I'm not surprised. You're just doing it now to be a jerk.
Pretty much.
But it's your loss, so I'm not mad.
That's not my loss.
Yeah, it is. Because you haven't been there. If you go there, you go, yeah, I've been missing.
If I'd been there and then didn't go, then it'd be my loss.
It'd be your loss.
Because I haven't been there, it's not a loss.
Where'd you eat in Hilliard then?
I didn't.
Well, then it doesn't. That's all moot then.
I just went home.
Point. It's like a cow's opinion. Don't matter.
I went home. But, no.
Yeah, habaneros, as far as authentic Mexican street tacos, it's hard to beat. I haven't been to Los Gauchos. I hear a lot of mix from people that have been to actual both.
Yeah.
So I kind of take their pick because so many people are like, Los Gauchos is better. Have you been to habaneros? Well, no, but then don't tell me it's better. Tell me they're good. People that have been to both, I've heard mixed. Some
Gauchos
say habaneros
is better.
Some says Gauchos is better. I don't care what you think because you haven't been to habaneros.
It's all right.
Odie's over there in Old Hilliard. They have the almost world famous fried bologna sandwich.
Ugh.
I said that too until I had one.
Yeah, I'm not.
I've had until you try it.
No, I've had fried bologna sandwiches.
Not from Odie's.
Not from Odie's.
So
no.
That's like saying, Los Gauchos is gross. I've had tacos at Taco Bell, so I know what tacos are.
But I like Taco Bell.
Yeah. That's a guilty pleasure of mine. Every once in a while, like I'll eat it like 4 times a year, but every once in a while I'll just go, I gotta get me a chicken quesadilla and a Crunchwrap Supreme, or I gotta get me like a taco and a cheese and bean rice burrito. But I limit myself because if I go order everything I want, because I don't eat there very often, I spend way too much money and just get sick for 3 days.
I'd throw up. I think it's Brian Shaw. He's a power lifter. There's a video of him ordering one of everything on the menu and then proceeding to sit down and eat it.
He ate it all?
Tried to.
In
one sitting,
yeah.
It's like 20,000 calories.
Oh.
It's disgusting.
I'm fat and grotesque, and that's... Ugh.
Yeah, it's a good video. He sits and just tries to eat it and eat it and eat it.
Oh, there's no way, dude.
And it's bad. I mean,
in the hospital.
It's good and bad. But that's what he eats. Like, he doesn't eat Taco Bell, but he eats 20,000 calories.
So
he's enormous.
But, that's gross.
Where's some of the... Like, I like DiCarlo's pizza.
I haven't had it.
I grew up on it, that style of pizza.
You talked about that before.
That's one of my loves.
Where's that at? So the folks...
That's in Hilliard.
Okay.
Or Wheeling. Or Bel Air, Ohio. So if you're over in those areas, you can pick it up. It's along the eastern seaboard of Ohio. Right along the Ohio River.
Bel Air, Ohio. And my first thought while you were saying that was Fresh Prince of Bel Air, of course. And then I pictured you as the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. But then instead of looking like Will Smith, you looked like Prince. So you had curly blonde hair and was wearing all purple suits and had a funny shaped guitar. And you were slamming pizza, and that's the image that popped in my head.
Well, now you just need to get. Is it Jamie?
Works.
Is that who did the characters?
Yeah.
You need to get her to do a character of me like
Prince of Bel Air, Ohio, and you dress like Prince eating pizza,
with a funny guitar
man.
and curly locks.
Jamie, I'm going to have to hit you up. That'd make a great gift. We'd hang it up here in the studio. Oh man!
What are some of the other places? Tom's Ice Cream Bowl.
Never even heard of it.
It is in Zanesville. Zanesville.
Okay.
It is an ice cream shop. Old-timey ice cream shop.
It's an ice cream shop. I would have never guessed.
Hells yes.
By St. Tom's Ice Cream Bowl.
It's called...
I thought it was hibachi.
No. It is an old-timey ice cream shop, though.
Well, we got an old soda fountain shop in Circleville called Whittick's.
It's closed, though.
Whittick's?
Sure.
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought everything was closed in Circleville.
No.
It's all boarded up.
No, just all the stuff that matters.
Oh.
It's way different.
Oh.
If it's food, it stays open in Circleville. McDonald's always has a line.
Well, that's McDonald's.
It's all fast food. When the whole thing with Sonic went viral and everybody spread around how these Sonic branches quit, one of them was Circleville's.
Well,
it was open
one
2
of them
days
was
later,
Lancaster, too.
And there was a line around the building.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Dude, food in Circleville. We had 5 Subways at one point. Now we're down to 4. They're all busy. They're all sustainable.
That's ridiculous.
It is. Circleville's it's growing a lot and really quick, but still. Some of my other favorite places I've been.
Subway. Subway's one of my favorite places.
I like Subway. Every once in a while.
Yuck.
I'll do some. I like the $5 footlong.
That Subway is the McDonald's of sub sandwiches.
Absolutely, you're paying $5. It's like Little Caesars.
Gross.
You know what you're getting. I agree.
It's gross,
but you know what you're getting. It's no different than eating Little Caesars or Wendy's or anything. You're getting crap food for a cheap price.
Can't go there though. I can eat Wendy's occasionally. I cannot eat McDonald's.
I don't do Subway a lot. I probably eat Subway.
I'll pick Jimmy John's over Subway. I'll pick
Jimmy John's is
Penn
okay.
Station.
Penn Station I like. Jimmy John's is not impressive.
Jersey Mike's.
Or no, I think it was Jersey Mike's that I thought was way overpriced for what it was.
Oh no, Jimmy John's is way overpriced for what it is.
No, that's where they get the gargantuan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good, but it's overpriced for what it is.
It's like my $11 sandwich jam. No, but I've been hanging around Westerville a lot. My buddies introduced me a lot of local places. There's a place up there you would love called Uptown Deli and Brew, and it's in Uptown Westerville. When you walk in, they got these giant pie cases, and it's an old bakery, right? So you got all the pies and baked goods, and people are standing elevated above you, and there's a few little tables. Well, then you walk around that to the back, and you transport back into time in this old pub-looking brewery. It's got all the vats there. They brew their own beer. And there's 5 pictures of guys on the wall with their stories below them. And it's 5 guys that, in the Westerville, Ohio area, brewed beer through Prohibition and kind of sustained the tradition there. So they built this brewery off of that story. And they have amazing food, killer food. One of my favorites called the Volcano Torpedo. It's a sub sandwich. You can get these chips and like 4 different dipping. They're not really sauces. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're in the Western area, highly recommend that. Jimmy V's is a bar that has something called the Macedonia Burger.
Yeah, you talked about that on one of the episodes.
I did. So you get 4 different meats, all in one burger. It's like $15 for the burger, which I was talking with GW about it. We feel it's fairly priced, but it'd be a great deal at like $9.99 to $12.99. Like we would drive from Circleville on the regular for it.
Yeah.
But if you're in the area, great burger. A place called Barrel and Boar up there has all kinds of like brisket and barbecue. They have a brisket, like a tri-tip sandwich. Incredible.
You obviously eat out a lot more than I do.
Yeah. Well, it's just here lately. I've been going up in the evenings on Fridays or Saturdays hanging with my buddy who lives up there.
Yeah.
So he's lived up there a couple of years, so it's like, let's try someplace new every time. So I've only been up there a handful of times, but we always go someplace new.
So I always go to Chewy's at lunch at Easton and get a taco.
I haven't been there.
It's just it's almost like a new age Chi-Chi's.
You know where I did go?
It's really good.
For lunch Friday at Easton, though? Smokeout Barbecue was up there.
Yes, they were.
Oh, dude.
And I packed my lunch. And
fresh. You didn't go there?
Nope.
We could have had lunch together.
We could have.
It was so good, dude. I got it's called the Hot Mess. So you get this like giant bowl of a giant scoop of baked beans, a giant scoop of like melty shells and cheese, like the big shell noodles, and then any meat you want on top of that, the pork, the chicken, whatever. So I got the brisket, dude.
Oh, it was brisket. I think
it out.
I think I had the brisket last time.
So and he
had I did the Carolina pork last time. That's what it was.
I didn't try that yet. Or no, I did. I tried that, but it was catered and a day old, so it wasn't fresh. This time I got it fresh. He had one smoked chicken wing, and he said, "Here, try this." And I went to pick it up as a drumstick. Went to pick it up by the little end of the bone like you would, and the meat just started sliding off. Dude, it was incredible. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite. I mean, it's a food truck, but that's one of my favorite local joints to eat now. So, big shout out to Derek and his meats. Your meat was so good in my mouth. I will be back.
Derek, Randy likes your meat in his mouth.
Oh, I've told him that. It's incredible.
It was good. It was I took my buddy Andrew over one day.
Okay, hold on. You said Andy, and then you're like, that's wrong. And I thought you were going to say something like Steve or Kevin. And you're
he doesn't go by Andy.
Okay,
he
fair
goes
enough.
by Andrew.
It was just funny. I expected a completely different name.
No, he goes by Andrew. He doesn't go by Andy.
Fair enough.
Plus, there's like 2 Andys in the office and 4 Andrews and 18 other assholes named Steve.
But only one Martelle.
2 Brandons.
Brandons are jerks.
Kinda.
Most are.
I'm glad that I'm not Brandon.
You're just Martelle.
Yeah.
Like Cher.
Yeah.
Except your boobs are nicer in comb brawls.
That's Madonna.
Yeah, potato, tomato. Boobies are boobies. So, yeah, what sparked all this was I found a list of places to eat in Ohio.
Yeah, it was like 11 unique places to eat.
It's 10. 10 wackiest
10
restaurants in Ohio.
Okay.
And it says where dining's a blast. So they've all got this kind of like kitschy feel.
I thought of another place.
What's that?
Also, it's called the Nutcracker.
I've heard of that.
It's in Pataskala. It is like a gigantic Christmas store.
Like year round?
Yeah. So it's enough to drive me fucking insane.
Do they play Christmas music all the time?
Yes, they do.
Do they play some of our favorites from our Christmas music episode?
No, they don't. Thankfully.
They probably do.
No. They don't.
Do they have something about an Italian donkey?
Hee-haw, hee-haw. No. They play Christmas music year-round. It's in Pataskala. It's right on Broad Street, I think. But there are nutcrackers everywhere in this place. They're always busy on Sunday after church because that's where all the old people go. But their food's really good there. It's all homemade food. Like the owner's always walking around saying, "Hey, how you doing?" They have old school soda jerk fountain style drinks.
Yeah, it's like at Whittick's. Nice.
Yeah, they do that type of thing. But everything's really good there as well.
Nice.
I've only been there like 2 or 3 times.
Well,
because they play Christmas music year round.
I couldn't do it. If I'm going there in like July and I hear Christmas music while I'm trying to eat, I'm out. I'll get it to go. Like, I can't do
They
Christmas
intertwine
music
it too.
from
That's the other
October
problem.
to February like it is now anyway.
Well, they do. They have a jukebox, and the jukebox is nothing but 45s, all Christmas music.
Can't do it. Love jukeboxes.
Same here.
Can't do Christmas. Not year round, man. It drives me nuts.
I can do it the week leading up, and then I'm done. On December 26th, I'm over.
I don't mind. Like my wife loves Christmas music. When she's driving by herself, she gets to do whatever she wants. I don't care. If she's playing in the house when I'm not there, I don't care. But when it starts before Halloween, by the time Christmas comes,
I'm burnt the fuck out.
I'm done. So my rule that I put forth that
You called it a rule. Mine's a suggestion because it doesn't get listened to.
I called it a rule because I was basically like, I'm just going to start turning it off. I'll go nuts. But my rule was Christmas music can start when we're together December 1st. Let me get through Thanksgiving. Let me get over the food coma. Let me get in December. That gives you a full month from the 1st to the 25th of all the music you want to play about who broke whose heart and where it's snowing and who's on your rooftop and all that.
Yeah, because it's never going to snow here.
So that's my thing. Anyway, back to food.
Anyway, food.
So first place we got here is Mike's Place.
Where's this place at?
That's all it's called. Mike's Place is in Kent, and it's said to have it's said to be the quirkiest place in Ohio to eat. So it says they have palm trees and tiki bars to Star Wars memorabilia and castles. It's hard to pinpoint the overall theme of the unforgettable restaurant that truly marches to the beat of its own drum. Food-wise, they have American cuisine, appetizers, and breakfast that is served all day. So it looks really cool. They got like an X-Fighter out front, and it kind of looks like an arcade from outside, the picture here.
How long has it been open? Does it say?
Doesn't say. Yeah, this just gives like little snippets of each.
Oh.
But in the Kent area, I might try this place. Just because...
You're up there.
Well, yeah, and what gets me about it kind of reminds me of our show. It's like there's really no theme. There's just whatever they like, they throw on the wall or put out front. It's like...
Throw it against the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, let's go with this. So there's a picture of some of the food here. It kind of looks like dive bar food, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, here's your food. It's not all dressed, gussied up. Next one's down in Cincy, which I go to frequently now. It's called Terry's Turf Club. And it looks like it's in a 2-story house with a billion old signs out front. It's like ice cream cones and cafes and an old cowboy, and the whole outside is just covered. But it says they have jumbo burgers, a neon lit room, and exceptional beers. So you might like this.
I like beer.
It says, come in for the food, stay for the quirky atmosphere. And that is in Cincy. It's called Terry's Turf Club. But the food here, they've shown a giant burger with some grilled corn on the cob that looks really good. I'm just curious if you've seen or heard of any of these places, because I had not.
At this point, I have not.
So number 3, then, the Made Right Sandwich Shop in Greenville.
I don't even know where the hell Greenville is.
You have to Google that one. And Made Right is spelled MAID-RITE. And it
like
looks
a maid, like a cleaning person.
Yes, MAID, like a cleaning person, -RITE.
Right.
Like Rite Aid, like the old pharmaceutical store.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's in an old post office.
Where the fuck is Greenville?
I don't know. Google it.
That's like the third. Take another shot, guys.
But home of the famous Made Right, which is the name of their sandwich, their burger, Cheese Right, and Big Jim. That's all it says. Don't tell us what they are. It's an unsuspecting sandwich shop that upholds a strange tradition. So here's the strange tradition. You'll love this. You ready? Visitors stick their chewing gum outside along the wall of gum and come inside for what's arguably Ohio's best loose meat sandwich.
Hold on. Read that again. They stick their gum on the wall for the best loose meat sandwich.
They stick their gum outside on the wall of gum. That has nothing to do with getting a sandwich. That's just what it seems like. It's probably some teenager stuck their gum on the wall, and then somebody else did, and now the whole one side of their building is just like covered in chewed gum.
Okay.
But they have arguably Ohio's best loose meat sandwich. And that's at the Made Right Sandwich Shop in Greenville. The gum thing's kind of gross even for me.
That's a little much.
But here's a Buckhorn challenge.
Pull the gum off the wall.
Oh, no, just lick the whole wall. Just lick it. Like
no.
A foot of the wall, just up multiple pieces of chewing gum.
I want someone to take the gum off the wall and chew it.
And blow a bubble and send us a picture. That's the challenge. If you can blow a bubble with a piece of gum.
With the 10-year-old piece of gum.
Off the wall of the Made Right Sandwich Shop, we will both give you a high five if you ever see us in person.
And a pat on the rear. Good job.
You say pat, I say grab, but potato Yamato.
Well, you pat, you grab, I'll pat.
All right. So the next one's actually in Columbus, and I'd never heard of it.
Okay.
This one is Super Chef's Breakfast and More.
Oh, yeah. There's one in Gahanna.
There is. They mentioned that, too. It has 2 locations, Columbus and Gahanna. They're popular for breakfast and specialize in superhero-themed dishes. The one they pictured here looks disgusting. It looks like a moldy waffle quartered with McDonald's yellow egg or Subway's yellow egg on it and some kind of meat. But it's called the Hawk. And apparently it's really good.
Yeah. So back to Mike's place real quick because Liz went to Can't Read, Can't Write, Kent State. And I said, hey, you ever been to Mike's place? And she said, yes. And
right.
It's been 18 years. It was okay. There's a plane out front. I honestly don't remember much about it. I didn't go more than 3 times, 4 if that. Thanks, sweetie.
Thanks, Liz. There's a plane out front. I think it's an X-Fighter. I'm not a Star Trekkie that likes the Harry Potters when the Dumbledore dies. And then the throne is taken over by Winterfell or whatever. But I think it's an X-Fighter.
Okay.
But that's pretty funny. She was like, yeah, there's a plane out front. Like, that's so your wife.
I know. She's like,
yeah, it's a plane and it's okay.
She's like, I don't care.
To be fair, this doesn't say the best places to eat in Ohio. It's just quirky and weird places.
Right.
Unique places you're not going to find everywhere. So, yeah, Super Chefs, you can go get your superhero-themed meal. And apparently some of the servers dress up like superheroes. The next is Tilton Hilton.
Tilton Hilton.
Yep, that's what it says. It's in Lakeview. This says, where the burgers are bigger than your head and the floors are tilted, which would be unique if you're having drinks in there. Definitely quirky. Or maybe you just walk straight. The local favorite's fun, quirky stop after a day on Indian Lake. You can dock your boat right alongside the restaurant.
So it's down south then?
No, Indian Lake's out west. Right?
I thought it was down 71.
I don't know. I'll be honest. But the burger here...
I don't leave my little 5-mile square radius area.
The burger here looks big in comparison to the fries, but there's next to like a regular white styrofoam cup full of coleslaw, it looks like. The burger is, I'm going to guess, a solid 2 pounds of meat. Just by looking at the picture. It's
I like
ginormous.
meat.
Maybe pound and a half. Either way, it's a big burger. Now, here's one that I've heard of by several people. My sister-in-law went here when she went to Toledo. It's called Tony Paco's. Ever hear Tony Paco's?
Nope.
Okay, so they're well known for their chili dog.
I'm kind of batting 1,000 here.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Not knowing any of these places.
But that's why I found something unique, because I'm like, well, I'm going to be traveling around these places, so I saved the list. But Tony Paco's has places, multiple places in Toledo. So there's a tradition that started in 1972 when Jamie Farr of MASH.
Okay.
Remember him in MASH?
I don't know that. You'd have to give me his
Well, you know Alan Alda,
character
who
name.
played Hawkeye, right?
He's kind of a douche. But yeah.
What? How is he a douche?
I don't know.
Idiot. Jamie Farr is the guy that played what was it called? Trapper John?
Trapper John?
His basically the other guy with Alan Alda.
Okay.
But he was there, and he signed a bun. And they were like, well, we got to, like, display this because it's Jamie Farr, and this is back when MASH was, like, huge, you know? While the bun's no longer in existence today, the cafe proudly showcases styrofoam bun lookalikes. So they have these like made and on hand that are signed by various celebrities, including 5 U.S. presidents. So they have all these fake buns on the wall with all these famous autographs, and apparently they have amazing hot dogs and chili dogs. I've never been. I've heard of that one, though.
I haven't heard of that one.
So next spot is in Urbana.
I know where Urbana is.
Urbana. Urbana, Ohio is where the dude was from, Ed O'Neill was from in Little Giants.
Yeah.
So, Crable's Hamburger Shop. It is tiny. It's in third generation of local owners. There are 8 dine-at-the-counter seats, and that's it. So they specialize in tiny burgers. It says, White Castle sliders will make you laugh after you've dined here. That's all it says. It doesn't say how small they are. There's no picture. But if you want a tiny hamburger, go to Crable's Hamburger Shop in Urbana.
Urbana. I can just go,
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to picture something smaller than White Castle. Because White Castle's,
slider.
Their sliders are...
I'm picturing those little crappy gummy burger-looking things.
Yeah.
In the plastic.
About the size of a quarter.
You get a little meat nugget on a couple breadcrumbs. Number 8 is Sugar and Spice in Cincinnati. What does that sound like to you?
Sounds like a porn store.
Yeah, or a strip
or
club.
a titty bar.
And I'm going to show you the picture of it, and it will not help.
No, it's pink. It looks like a titty bar.
It's a bright pink building with a yellow awning, and the sign up front's yellow and like turquoise and pink. Sugar and Spice, it says you come for the epic breakfast food and leave with a souvenir rubber ducky. So you go to Sugar and Spice, you leave with a souvenir rubber ducky. It's one of the most colorful and iconic Cincinnati area restaurants. That's all it says. It doesn't say what they serve or nothing. You just get to leave with a rubber duck. So if you're down around the Cincy area looking for a unique dining experience where you get to take home a children's bath toy, go visit the Sugar and Spice. I was waiting for a reaction on this one.
I know. I'm more baffled by anything else. Like,
you thought I was bringing you a list of places like, you got to try this.
Right. Like, oh, there's some places like we got to try. And I'm thinking more along the lines like, now I'm leaving with dildos. Hey, we're going down to Sugar and Spice. We're going to get...
You know what a rubber ducky is, right?
Big,
Pretty
black...
sure no Muppet or whatever on Sesame Street ever sang about...
Rubber dildo, you're the one.
Oh, we were doing so good.
We were. Sorry, Sharon.
The next place is called Tackle Box 2, and it's in Fremont.
Oh, wedding tackle box.
What?
You never heard of wedding tackle?
No.
It's your junk.
All right.
It's a British thing.
Just made it real weird. Well, the Tackle Box 2 starts off saying, tucked away.
There we go.
Along the same
Between your
river,
legs.
You'll find this quirky restaurant that's known for its excellent perch and walleye. It's got the freshest fish around. Freshest fish around. If you want some fresh fish and some whimsical atmosphere, go down to the Wedding Tackle Box 2.
You even called it the wedding tackle.
It says the wait time can be a little long, but it's worth it. I hate waiting at restaurants.
Even smells like fish.
To this day, have not had a Thurman burger, Thurminator, nothing from Thurman's Cafe. Because every time I've gone, they're like, yeah, it's a 2.5 hour wait. And I'm like, no. So
when you're sitting there, they're telling you it's a 2.5 hour wait to get a Thurman burger? Or when you go down there, it's a 2.5 hour wait just to get in to have a seat?
That.
Okay.
To get in to even have a seat to order your food. I don't like waiting for food. There's not a restaurant here that I'm going to wait to. It's like going to Cedar Point for the day. You want to ride the Millennial Force. When it first came out, there was a 4.5 hour wait. I was like, we're going to be here 6 hours. I'm not spending the vast majority of that standing with a bunch of strangers out in the middle of the burning sun to ride a 45-second roller coaster.
No.
Same thing with Thurman's. I wanted to try Thurman's. I was like, oh, it's so good. It's not good enough for me to wait 2+ hours.
No, you just need to go in an off time.
Yeah, I do. I've never been able to.
Instead of going at
is there an
dinner or
off
lunch,
time?
I would say like 2:30 in the afternoon on a
I'm gonna have to
weekday.
try that.
2:00 in the afternoon on a weekday, after lunch between dinner.
Yeah, I'll have to try it. I'm just not waiting that long for a daggone burger. I don't care who makes it. I don't care if Bobby Flay Ramsey himself grills it with his left arm and his right butt cheek. I'm not standing that long.
That would be impressive.
Well, I might stand that long if I got to see somebody do that, because that would be impressive. Like, okay, let's see this. But there's not a burger in this plan that's worth me waiting 2.5 hours for. I'm just if I hit the lottery and was a multi-millionaire or a billionaire, and I could go anywhere to eat in the world, and they said it's a 2.5 hour wait for the best food you'll ever have in your entire life, I'll say hard pass. I'll go get one of everything from Taco Bell and be in and out of that drive-thru in under 3 minutes.
Actually, it would take you a lot longer than that.
Probably.
It took him like
But still.
4.5 hours, I think, to order one of everything.
Well, fine. I'd say give me one of everything. Here's the money. Call me when it's done.
I'll be back.
I'll go home, sit there in my underwear, eating Cheetos for a pregame, playing some Xbox, and then I'll go back in my underwear, but probably with a T-shirt on at least, and get my Taco Bell.
No, you go with the robe on.
Speaking of which, with my shirt on, Huck's getting very animated, and he kind of caught me off guard a couple weeks ago. I haven't told you this one.
Is it the one about your boobs?
Yeah, I told
you
you
did.
this one. I didn't tell everybody else this one. Never mind. Leave my boobs out of it, though. I'm going to let them fly free. I ain't wearing no bro.
Oh, you're obscene.
So the last one on the list here, you have definitely heard of. It's called Melt Bar and Grill.
Yes, I
Have
do
you
not.
been there?
I do not like Melt.
I've not been there. Have you been, though?
Yes, I've been to Melt.
I haven't been there.
Talk about like greasy.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Everything-
like fried in grease.
Well, everything is just like you pick something up and you're just like, ugh, just shit. Everything is
Just covered in grease.
covered in grease. The menu
Reminds
is
me of
like
working on
greasy.
Ponderosa.
Like
Why are the floors always slippery?
the floors are slippery. The menu's greasy. You touch the sandwich. The sandwich has, it feels like butter, or the inside of the sandwich is oozing to the outside through the fried bread. Everything is greasy.
You said butter. I just saw last night. I saw a clip from John Caparulo, the comedian.
Oh yeah, Johnny.
Yeah,
Or
he's talking
Cap.
about.
He's from
talking
East
about-
Liverpool.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he was on this spiel about things being healthy and how everything has no flavor anymore and it sucks. He said now they're trying to take away things like butter. And he said, I don't care. I'll put butter on Skittles. Butter's delicious. I lost it. And then I
Harley-
went and put butter on my Skittles, and it was amazing.
Harley
Ate it with a
used to
spoon like
eat
cereal.
sticks of butter.
I could see that. She's feral.
She would
She's
like
like
just
that kid off the Crudes.
yeah.
She is a feral child.
She is pretty much.
She don't need you to survive.
Nope.
She would catch a wild animal and just eat it raw.
Let's just say there's a
That's
possibility
happened.
it's
There
happened
are mouse bones under her bed.
under the deck.
Did she really eat a wild animal? Please
No.
tell me yes. Dang it.
No.
I was like, oh, we're about to get into a good story.
No, she has
That's
tried
gonna
to
get
catch the bunny.
CPS code on you. Catch the bunny?
There's bunnies outside living
They're
by the
so
shed.
delicious.
And she's tried to catch the bunnies outside.
Well,
But
teach her to catch it with a 22 like I do.
no. She wants to catch them. She has to catch them with her hands.
Jeez. Martelle's like, here's a Bowie knife. Go
Not
get her,
even.
kid.
You're not even getting that.
Here's a plastic knife. Here's
Get
here's
a stick
spork.
and sharpen the
Go
end.
get it. By the way, whoever invented the spork,
Is an amazing person.
well, I don't disagree, even though they're overall useless as a fork. But how much better would the world be if they named it the Fapoon instead of the spork? Hey, pass me the Fapoon. All right, so Mel, it says here, it's multiple locations. Again, an array of specialty sandwiches. They're all over Columbus and Cleveland. The sandwich joints make quite an impression on locals. In addition to the mouth-watering sandwiches and eclectic decor.
They are not mouth-watering.
I'm just reading the article.
I understand that, but let's just be clear. They are not mouth-watering.
Well, to you. Maybe they are to fat McBabies like me, who had a pretzel for my only meal today. Oh, no, I had an egg sandwich. Beth made me an egg sandwich for breakfast.
See,
I'm
you
a
should have
liar.
came earlier. We would have went to the Frisch fry.
Frisch
fry.
fry. It's a fish fry. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm renaming it. The fish fry and it was all you could eat
Yeah.
for $12.
Fresh fish, whatever. All you can eat for how much?
$12.
Yo, I should have went with you today.
I told you.
I would have made money. I'm like, hey, I'm back again. They're like, again? I'm like, yep, fourth meal. Starts
No,
10:30
you don't
in
have
the
to.
morning.
You don't have to get up.
They come to you?
They come to you.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
They walk around with trays of fish, and they're like, "You're like, yeah, just I'll have. I don't know.
The tray. Just set the
Just
tray down.
Dump it on.
Dude, set that tray in front of me, give me a fapoon, and back up.
Yeah.
Watch me work.
Just you get the vinegar. Just and can I get some coleslaw?
No room for that. More fish.
Oh, there's plenty of room. There's coleslaw is like Jello. It just fills in the gaps.
Coleslaw is like Jell-O.
Just fills in the gaps.
That's incredible. It's like salad Jell-O.
right.
I'm going to start calling it salad Jell-O. Hey, sir, what would you like for a side? Can I get the onion rings and the salad Jell-O, please?
Yeah. It just slides right in.
It
Fills in the gaps.
like a lubricant
Yeah.
for your fish.
Coleslaw
For your
LL
meat?
slow.
So Melt is known for the Melt Challenge, which is more than 5 pounds of food composed of 13 different cheeses, 3 slices of grilled bread, and a pile of hand-cut fries and slaw. So that's the last on my list. 10 unique places you can eat at in Ohio, none of which we've tried except for Martelle at Melt, which he hates because everything is greasy, which means it's probably delicious. If Martelle doesn't like something, folks, I'm here to tell you it's probably good.
No, that's not the
The only
case.
thing your opinion matters on is bourbon. I agree with you on most of that.
No. That's not true. Not true at all. I like most foods, and I cannot lie.
But what about the other brothers?
They can't deny.
Well, what happens when a girl walks in with a itty bitty waist and a big tray of fish in your face?
I eat it.
All right, thanks for listening, Mom. Oh, man. So, folks, tell us, what are some of your favorite local joints that we have not mentioned around Ohio that we have to try this summer when we're out cruising in our awesome Audi that Martell can't sell yet for some reason, even though it's a great price.
It's because I
And my
have it
slow
priced
truck.
too high.
You do.
I do have it priced. But that's because I wanted to negotiate on it.
Drop it $5.
No, I'm not.
Put will trade for freshly born ferrets, and I'll bet you'll get a ton of offers. You put it on Craigslist, man. Just watch the offers roll in. You know you got to pay $5 to list a car on Craigslist now.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, they just changed it like a
Shit.
month ago.
I ain't listing it on
Yeah.
Craigslist.
$5.
I
So
ain't
now I
paying
can't
to
even
list
go
it.
in and like look at vehicles I'm never going to buy because nobody pays that.
Yeah, I'm not paying that. Craigslist
No.
used to be free. That's the whole point of Craigslist.
Everything else is just the autos. $5
Nah, not even doing that.
to get rid of the spammers. They say.
Nope.
And what they did was got rid of all the poor white trash that posts poor white trucks that I like to look at and buy,
Right.
aka look at and not buy.
Look at it and then send emails.
No, I don't even do that.
Some people do. I've gotten some pretty horrendous emails when I was trying to sell my lawnmower, my old zero turn.
What did you get offered for that thing?
I would have to
guessing
try to dig up the email, but it was something.
a broken crossbow, a 4-wheeler with only 3 wheels that hasn't run since 1987, and a dog with 1 testicle is what you were
No,
offered.
it was actually some guy wanted to use it as a get around for his wife.
Shut up. Like a hover around?
Yeah.
Like a scooter?
Yeah,
Shut up.
I would have to find the email.
Please find and forward me that email.
Find it for it. Let me see if I can find it now, and I'll read it on the
There's
air.
no way.
Hold on.
Speaking of amazing things about Ohio, we are a melting pot. I can't believe that. I know there are some horrendous people that offer horrendous things. When I was trying to sell my 78 Chevy, I'd always be like, I'll trade you for this old Murray lawnmower. It pops wheelies and things like that. And what was the other one? People were like, I'm trying to sell this $800 John boat, but I'll trade for a 2017 or newer Ford F-150 or something like that. Like, y'all value your John boats way more than we do in my parts, because you ain't getting that.
Yeah, I got to see if I can find it here. I'm looking.
You should have saved that one.
Oh,
like in its own special folder.
I didn't get rid of anything.
Please stand by while Martelle
Please
searches for an
stand
email.
by.
Do. Eat some fish. Go to Kent. There's an airplane out front. Get some
Could
food
be a TIE fighter.
at the melt bar. It is greasy and you will die.
Yeah.
Because your cholesterol. You're going to have pause the recording to find this.
No.
I can't keep filling
So
all this steady.
here's one. This might be the start of it, but my wife and I have been shopping around. Do you notice any lag based on the weight of the mower? My wife's a larger woman, and we need something that moves quick. We have 5 acres.
Oh, I just about spit out my green, this melon Powerade that I didn't know was melon and actually hate, but I'm drinking because I paid for it. My wife is a larger woman. You should have just replied, I don't know. How large is she?
I ignored the email. I'm trying to find.
Man.
It was a whole.
She's a larger woman. I would have been like, dude, why ain't you mowing the yard then?
Damn it! I wish I could find the email.
Oh, she's a
I'm
larger
frantically
woman with
looking
5
for this
acres.
email.
I thought that was it.
That was not it. That can't be it.
Maybe that's another thing. Tell us your favorite place to eat and the funniest offer you've got for something you're trying to sell online, or the sketchiest. My favorite is when somebody wants to meet you in the hood at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Well, duh.
Ever. Oh, where is it? Please tell me I can find it. I can't find it. All right. One last shot here. Searching. Searching,
Searching. Picture Martelle dressed as Prince with a yellow Jerry curl fro. He is cute, don't you know?
I am cute.
He didn't have a beard.
All right, I'm out. I can't find it.
Womp, womp, womp.
But the other one is pretty funny. My wife's a larger woman, and we have 5 acres to mow.
You could have left it at that. I thought that was it. That's incredible.
I don't think that was the one, but...
All right.
So here is one. I'm trying to scroll. So I looked up the worst place to eat in Ohio.
Ooh, hit me with it.
So I haven't read this yet. So the title is Ohio. Cincinnati Chili 5-Way. We already know where this is going. I do. There's nothing inherently gross about Cincinnati chili per se if applied right, but there's the real question, would you put spaghetti sauce on a hot dog? Probably
dog?
not.
What's a hot dog?
Hot dog.
A hot dog.
So
is a
why
dog
would you
like
put
these that
chili
lives in a hut.
on spaghetti, then cover it with cheese, beans, and onions? Also, a chili 5-way is disappointing to hardcore TLC fans every single time.
Okay. First off,
They are talking...
lay off of Skyline Chili.
They're talking about Skyline.
Because Skyline Chili is its own wonderful, amazing masterpiece.
It is too cinnamony.
Yeah, if you got a sensitive tummy, maybe. Does it make your tum-tum hurt?
No, it doesn't make my tum-tum hurt. It's got too much cinnamon
amazing.
in it.
I've never tasted cinnamon. I've never once tasted Skyline and went, yeah, cinnamon's kind of strong. Do they put cinnamon in it?
Yes.
I didn't even know that was a thing. All I know is it tastes like heaven.
No.
When God sent manna from heaven to the desert, it came with Skyline Chili on top of it.
It did not.
That's a biblical fact.
That
That
is
happened in the deserts of Arizona, just like it says in 1 Thessalonians 19:27. Okay? Everybody knows that.
Everybody?
Jeez, man. There's nothing wrong
It
with
didn't
Skyline.
happen that way.
There's nothing wrong with Skyline, though.
It happened with Ohio Valley Pizza, not Skyline Chili. It happened on the Ohio River, and it was...
Was this one of those things like the commercial on Family Guy where the Reese's peanut butter and the Hershey's chocolate truck crashed and then they got Reese cups?
Yes.
We had a spaghetti barge and a chili barge, and they wrecked on the river. And next thing we know, the Ohio River was all Skyline Chili.
Yeah, except it was pizza.
Skyline chili and heroin needles down there.
Well, no, that happened in the Hocking River right in Lancaster.
Nice. What, they find a bunch of needles?
Yeah.
Wow, this episode took a sudden turn for the stabbed in the arm.
Didn't it?
I'm not surprised.
All
33 is
right.
Heroin Highway.
Yeah, it
Take
is.
33 to get to Millstone Barbecue in Logan, Ohio.
And get some heroin.
Watch out for the needles. Don't go swimming barefoot, kids.
Heroin.
Hearn.
Heroin. All right. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
It's the Google Tweetstagram.
Thanks for listening.
Crickets. 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 I can't make a German sound, so I just say crickets quietly. Crickets. Tell us what your favorite place to eat is that we've not tried, because I'm fat and I want to try new places.
Randy does a lot of traveling, and
Yes.
I do not. I
All over
only
Ohio.
travel to Easton and stay within my 5-mile radius.
I'm basically from Cincinnati to Cleveland and everything like north and west of there.
Yeah.
So,
So I go nowhere. And I like it that way. I have JOMO, the joy of missing out. And I like it that way.
yeah, I couldn't. Never mind. I'm going to say what I was going to say Jomo was made up, because Mom might still be listening. So check us out on...
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Buckhorn Podcast. We will have this show and every show available every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m.
Tune in Tuesdays at 8 for the Buckhorn Podcast.
Or just set your favorite podcast
where
app
we
to
talk
download
about
it.
Subjects such as depression, good bourbon, unique places to eat, and where to find heroin needles.
Depression and bourbon kind of go together, but
Womp, womp, womp.
whatever. Anyway, thanks, and we will talk at you guys later.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial. Wow. Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Never forget, we honor those that have been lost and fallen.
Yes. And all the prisoners of war. That is something near and dear to our hearts. We didn't talk about it much, but thank you so much for those families and those servicemen and women who have laid down everything for us so that we can do dumb stuff like this and not have fear of getting taken over and shot in the face.
Pinkies up.
Peace.
See you guys.